All right, welcome back to number 4. So, this is going to be about tomatoes. I seed saved a lot of tomatoes, and I also bought a lot of tomatoes. Not sure what my obsession with tomatoes were. I don't even eat tomatoes. I make a lot of sauce and salsa, and a lot of you have tried my salsa. But I love to grow tomatoes. I love to grow a large variety of tomatoes. Even though it seems like people only like to buy a select few types of tomatoes, I really enjoy growing a huge variety of tomatoes. So, let's talk tomatoes. My favorite, which was introduced to me last spring by Martha, one of my farm customers, and she gave me, I went and took some eggs to her, and she gave me a few plants and said, these are extra, you want them, try them out. It's, it was an heirloom variety, and they're called Kosovos. So I took them home, I planted them, I looked them up so I knew what they were, and they were so good. I didn't eat them, but I made stuff out of them, and they made like the best sauce. They were just so huge and so meaty and thick. Karen, one of my other farm customers, towards the end of the season, she tried one and she loved them. And, a couple people bought them and they loved them. But I seed saved a bunch of those. And this isn't the only one I have. I have 8 or 9 of these packs. But, so I have those for the garden and the greenhouse. And I didn't get seed save much of these, but this is Kellogg Heirloom. I actually saved, I have 2 packs of them. I have enough to plant probably 50 or 60 plants. They're a yellow variety. They are heirloom. Somebody on Facebook wanted some, so that's why I have 2 packs of them. But then when I reached out to them to get their address to send it to them, they haven't been on Facebook since, and that was last year, so I don't really know what happened there. This is yellow heirloom Jubilee. Nyla liked these. They are just like a sandwich slicer yellow. I used them in some of my sauces. I used them in some of my salsas. I used them in, actually. And then the Juliettes were a salad tomato, and they were like the oblong, almost like a Roma but smaller. And a lot of people love those. I'm not big on eating tomatoes, so to classify them as sweet or whatever, I don't know. I can tell you which ones make good sauce and which ones don't, and which ones make good salsa, if that counts for anything. These are just some Romas that I got from Seed Catalog. There's not a whole lot in there. They are heirloom variety. And these are also some Romas, also heirloom variety. These are ones that I bought the end of last year. And these are determinates. I'm not sure if a lot of you follow the determinate and indeterminate guides when you plant your tomatoes. This is Rutgers Tomato. I've never planted this kind. I've never eaten this kind. So no idea. It doesn't even have anything about it. So I can't tell you. I mean, I can look it up and put it in the description if anybody wants to know about it. I really have a lot of tomato stuff in here. I don't know what I was thinking. I get carried away. I love growing tomatoes. I like to say that this is all my tomatoes, but it's not. These are all just the In My Gardener tomatoes. Yeah. Okay, so this one is a Brandywine Red tomato. It's an indeterminate. Indeterminate means that it just keeps growing until the first frost kills it. Sorry, Chase is running around being loud. These grow big. I mean, they did for me last year. Grow big. And then here's another pink. This is just Brandywine pink. These two are the same, and it's a watermelon beefsteak, which I have never grown, and it's an indeterminate. It's a pink and red fleshed. Doesn't remind you of a big juicy watermelon. The size will. Producing fruit weighing in between 1 and 2 pounds. Can give you a meal for the whole family. This heirloom variety dates back to the 1800s. This large beefsteak is slightly fluid. I don't even know what that means in appearance. But okay. It's pretty interesting. I don't know. I just love growing tomatoes. This is pink Oxford. This actually reminds me of the Kosovo. Can you please close that door? It's an indeterminate as well. A 1920s multi-purpose heirloom. This heart-shaped tomato is meaty and solid. And there's the FedEx man. So I'm going to pause because my dog's going to start barking. Okay, like I suspected, they were barking. Where was I? This heart-shaped tomato is meaty and solid, making it the perfect addition to sandwiches. The flavor is sweet and juicy. This sounds just like the Kosovo. The fruit grows up to 16 to 32 ounces each. The vines grow vigorously and requires to be caged. Definitely sounds like the Kosovo. And it looks like it because Kosovo grows in a heart shape. And this one is called the Trophy tomato. And it's also an indeterminate. This is a variety from 1870s. Smooth, round tomato. The texture is firm, thick-skinned, but juicy and sweet. This is the perfect all-purpose tomato, ideal for slicing, preserving, and stewing. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it because I will butcher it. This is Indeterminate. This Italian slicing tomato bears high, dense, resistant yields. The fruits are red and ribbed. The unique shape compared to the traditional round tomato. Use this sweet and juicy variety use it right off the vine as a snack or slice it and toss it into a salad. The Mortgage Lifter. I read the backstory to this last year on how I got its name. It's a pretty interesting story if anybody wants to get online and read it. The Indeterminate. It's an indeterminate, I mean. This variety is popular for being the largest tomato in the garden. Commonly weighs over 2 pounds. These mammoth tomatoes pack flavor. Rich, juicy, taste acidic with a fruity sweetness. Great for all uses. When this fruit is sliced, often each slice is as large as the salad plate in diameter. This looks like a cherry tomato. Pronounced Stupicia. It's actually like on the back. Try to pronounce it. This tomato grows up to 4 feet tall and is loaded with clusters of fruit. A favorite to grow in the northern climates because it's cold tolerant. Sweet oval shaped 2-inch fruits are perfect for adding to salads and sandwiches. Delicious flavors. This variety will yield... Rusty, what are you doing? Will yield generously all season long. It's indeterminate. It's funny that it's an indeterminate, but it says it'll grow up to 4 feet tall. Kind of makes it determinate. Whatever. This is an indeterminate too. This one's not even that old. It's from 1976. This variety. It does very well in very hot temperatures. It's perfectly shaped for physique color. Picturesque. I don't know who comes up with these designs. Or these names. It's a great tomato for enjoying and making pastas, sauces, paste, and sauteing. Highly productive and heat tolerant. It's a native of Florida. And it thrives in humid climates. It should like our climate then, because we're pretty humid. Not as humid as they are, but we're still pretty humid. Tigerella. This is a cool looking one. It's an indeterminate. It's an English heirloom that grows tangy, bite-sized fruits that are red with yellow stripes. Perfectly round fruits with 2-inch in diameter. Enjoy it right off the vine or in your favorite salad. Expect a large yield. It is more cold hardy than other varieties and thrives in humid summers, disease resistant, and grows well in a greenhouse. It's good that it's disease resistant without being a hybrid. There's a sneak in. Large red cherry tomatoes. Well, this is self-explanatory. Indeterminate. A northern's favorite. I think everybody knows what a cherry tomato is. Ukraine purple tomato. This one is interesting. Now we're getting into the interesting ones. Indeterminate. This Ukraine heirloom is a plum-shaped variety that is rich in color and flavor. 6-ounce fruits are perfect for slicing, fresh eating, and juicy, sweet, meaty, and crack resistant. This one is called Black Semen tomato. Indeterminate. This 1930 heirloom was the first brought to America from the Ukraine. This plant produces roughly 1 pound tomatoes, perfectly round, blemish-free, and are deep burgundy in color. The flavor is rich with hints of pineapple and tropical fruit. Plants are good producers all season long. This is M.I. Gardner's top-selling tomato. I'd never heard of it until I saw it on their website. Chocolate stripes. Most of these will be in my personal garden because I don't know if you've seen the seed count, but there's only like 25 in there of these specialty heirlooms. But next year, after I seed save, they will be in the greenhouse. Native of Peru, this dark mahogany red tomato with olive green stripes produces rich, sweet, earthy fruits. Its slightly metallic shimmer makes it an eye-catching addition to the garden. This tomato in either salad or sandwich. The variety does well in any zone. Brandywine blacks. Brandywine's pretty, sorry, I thought I heard someone pull up. Are pretty, standard. Here's a yellow plum tomato. Indeterminate. Similar to a red Pear tomato, but much more acidic in taste. Prolific producer, full size, is up to 1 to 2 inches. Perfect snack on the go. Hartman's Yellow Gooseberry. Like this one only has 10 seeds. Indeterminate. This 1800s heirloom producer, prolific cluster of bright yellow fruits. It's like a tongue twister. This cherry variety grows up to 1 inch in diameter with a burst of sweet, tangy flavor, ideal for fresh eating or adding color to your salad recipe. So I'll be planting those this year. Yellow Pear. I thought I actually bought some yellow pear from somewhere, like a big thing of them, but they must have sold out before my order came up. Indeterminate. Prolific producing yellow cherry tomato in the shape of a pear. A truly adorable heirloom. Flavor and ability to outgrow most everything in the garden. Tolerate to powdery mildew and blossom end rot. Chernobyl. This was an interesting one when I saw it. This beautiful pale yellow Virginia heirloom is perfect for canning and preserving. Thick walls and tangy sweetness make a perfect addition to sauce, salsa, and paste. Plants will grow up to 5 feet tall. Fruits grow 6 to 10 ounces. Plants require caging. I don't know if you can see it, but the fruit looks very meaty. Gold medal. Known for being one of the sweetest on the market, this bicolor wonder is bursting with tangy sweet flavor. Sunray. I told you I had an issue with tomatoes. I hope y'all like tomatoes. This golden orange variety is one of the sweetest yellow tomatoes we've tried. It is close cousins to the sun sugar tomato, but grows slightly bigger, weighing around 5 to 8 ounces. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Ozekia tomato. This Russian heirloom produces an abundant crop, about 40 to 50 tomatoes per plant. Bears the perfect balance of acidic to other tomatoes. The flavor has a slight hint of citrus and sweetness. The perfect to grow from coast to coast. Great for canning, slicing, and salads. And this one we already did one of. Kellogg's. No name for cereal company. This West Virginia heirloom was made famous by humble farmer who was preserved the variety in Michigan. Okay then. The bright orange fruit bursts to sweetness, can grow up to 2 pounds. The favorite among many seasoned gardeners. Delicious, sliced, juice, canned, or cut from the salad. Cut for a salad, I mean. And this I bought 2 of because I love to stuff things, and I don't know, I thought I needed 50 plants of stuffing tomatoes because I don't know. I was like, oh, you could stuff tomatoes? So you'll probably see these in the greenhouse. Indeterminate. This yellow pepper and tomato cross, which is impossible. It's just how they worded it. This is what you get. It's not possible for a pepper and a tomato to cross. It's just a play on words for anybody watching, so don't tear me up in the comments. This variety is blocky and creamy yellow in color. However, once cut open, they reveal empty inside, much like a pepper. These are very good for stuffing with rice, mushrooms, slices, and then grill or baked until tender. Interesting, huh? It is very empty inside except for the seed cavity and the gel that goes around it. Just like a pepper. I saw this and I just had to have them. So much so that I ordered more than one. And look at these little darlings. Miniature. 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Currant size tomatoes bear a beautiful clementine color. Thick skin makes it crack resistant with a pop of flavor. I bet Jan would love these. Jan, I'm going to have to tag you in this so you can see this. Fruity and sweet. Quality will hold a long time both on and off the plant. Extremely productive. Tall vine will produce all season long. Oh, I'd hope. Holy smokes. It's indeterminate. Those are teeny tiny too. Indeterminate. This Iowa heirloom is perfect variety to add color to a salad or sandwich. Sweet and tangy. Mimics pineapple without the acidity. Bright and lively in flavor with fruits. Up to 2 pounds each. Delicious addition to salsa, sandwiches, and salad. It's a pretty color. It's like very, very bright orange. And this one was interesting. A green tomato. Like, not a green that ripens to another color. A light yellow tomato, inside and out. This unique variety is the tomato lovers and the perfect variety to share with someone who thinks they hate tomatoes. Non-acid, creamy flavor. A beefsteak type produces 1 pound fruits, ideal for slicing and dicing to add to salads. It's indeterminate. Allow tomato to ripen on the vine, and you'll see the skin start to turn dull to glossy, then ready to harvest. Interesting. It's called the Great White, if anybody wants to research it. All right. These are all pretty much the same. This one's called Gardener's Delight. It's a cherry tomato. It's like a medium-sized cherry tomato. And then I have the smaller ones. And then just regular old beefsteaks that everybody loves. Let's see. These aren't as descriptive. Get about 12 ounces each. Fruit may have mild flavor and irregular shape. Indeterminate plants. Harvest after 80 days. Yeah, see, they don't give as many descriptions. And then I have yellow brandywines. I'm getting ready to sneeze. And they don't have any descriptions on the back. Just, you know, a zone mapping and all that. And then a Cherokee purple tomato, which I've never grown before. This will be the first time. And it also doesn't have a description. Just days to maturity. And that's it. And that is all of the tomatoes. I told you I went crazy on tomatoes. I love to grow tomatoes. So there are a couple that I couldn't get my hands on, the seeds, because they were hybrids, and like I said, I don't like to grow hybrids really. But that being said, I did look for hybrid Early Girl and I want to say Better Boy. Is it Better Boy or Big Boy? I can't remember now. Better Boy? Big Boy? I don't know. Anyways, they are hybrids, and the websites, like True Leaf, they were all out. And the ones that weren't out, they wanted like $400 and something for an ounce. And I'm just not paying that much. Because now you can only find them hybrid. Because people want like disease resistant everything. So I'll keep looking until I start planting, which is going to be very, very soon. Because I'm going to start planting just a little bit early because of my surgery, so that the seeds are in the soil when I go into surgery, and then they have like the 2-week window where I can't do anything at all. And then after, hopefully, that 2 week, I will be able to do light stuff. Hopefully. And then I'll be able to pot them up and have someone take them down to the greenhouse, because my desk and office area is hardwood, and I'll be able to do that there, is my plan. If I am not in pain, I will have someone take me down to the greenhouse, so I can do the stuff down there, and I'll just have them mix up my soil for me, and I'll just have at it, because I won't be able to lift. So we'll see. We'll figure it out. And my order for my hanging baskets and all that stuff won't ship until, I think it was February 21st. I think it was the 21st. They were out of stock on a few things because they are also having supply chain issues. So hopefully that gets sorted. They are supposed to have it in then, so hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. What they don't have in, I'll just have them ship me what they have and get started. I'm not the only one having these issues. Everybody is. So you'll just have to be patient with companies that don't have, millions of dollars, small private places. We can get what we get. Same with like peat moss and the big bales of potting soil. It's the same with those. If you didn't already have like a massive pre-order, the supply chain for those are also disruptive, because vermiculite comes from overseas. Some of the fertilizers that are put in there come from overseas. Perlite comes from the United States, but the peat moss does not come from the United States. So there's a lot of supply chain issues with that. So yeah, unfortunately, it seems to be a bad year to open a greenhouse. So I'm making do with what I can get my hands on. And hopefully by next year, it'll all be sorted and we'll be able to, get through all that stuff. But it is what it is. Even if I can't get my hands on a lot of that stuff, I still will have my produce stuff going. I'm still going to add raised beds and stuff to the back of the greenhouse, and expand the garden area for more produce. Still work on the orchard stuff, take down some of those diseased trees and add other stuff, add more berries and so forth. So even with the supply issues, we're not going nowhere. We're still going to move forward and make do with what we have and what we can get our hands on. And next year, we'll push forward. All right, this is the end of 4. Yep, 4. And we'll be back for 5. And it'll have a lot of peppers in it because I'm also a pepper freak. I love peppers. And I actually eat the peppers. So, especially poblanos and jalapenos. So, you'll be able to see my radish issue. I don't know what I don't know what's wrong with me. I'll see y'all later.